economic. So yesterday we had discussed about the economics. Okay. Then we have seen the business environment, what type of internal environment is there and what type of external environment is there. So economics is the social science which studies human behavior, which studies human behavior at individual level as well as well as at national level. Okay. So we had seen that in economics what we are doing, we are going to study human behavior with respect to his earning, then his saving, his investment, and his spending. Getting this? So, persons or individuals, economic situation or individuals, the behavior about earning, about investment, about the savings, and about expenses. We are going to study in economics. Okay. So any individual, first why he is having a need to generate the income, because he has to generate. Any firm or any organization or any individual has to generate the income, because with that income that individual or that firm is going to satisfy the basic needs. Let us take an example of one individual, one person. Okay. For example, one person has to generate or has to earn some money. The reason is that by earning certain kind of money, he has to satisfy his basic needs. What are the basic needs? That is food, clothes, shelter. So these are the basic needs. To fulfill these basic needs, he or she has to have certain amount of money. That certain amount of money, he has to work somewhere as an employee, or he has to do certain amount of businesses, and he has to generate the income. And whatever income he has generated, the same income is utilized for food, for clothes, for shelter. So these are the basic needs of the human being. Then by fulfilling these basic needs, if certain income is still available, that amount of income he will utilize in the form of savings. So he can do the FDs, or he can do RDs, or he can make the investment regarding to pension plan or provident fund. So some part of his earning he will utilize to satisfy the basic need, and some part, for example 10% or 20% of his income, he will use for the saving. Saving means what? It's kind of future provision. Okay. And some part of his income he will utilize to get some of the luxurious things. For example, he should have a four-wheeler, two-wheeler. He can go for hotels, he can go for tours, or he can go for movies or cinemas. Getting this? So this is the spending pattern of human being. Getting this? To get, if he want to spend more, then he has to earn the more. Na? Getting this? Agar next month में, if I have to pay, for example, home loan of rupees 20,000 per month, at that time my income should be at least 20,000 or more than 20,000. Getting this? Because if my income is 40,000, from that 40,000 rupees, 10,000 as 10,000 rupees going to satisfy the basic need like food, clothing and shelter. 20,000 उधर गया या 10,000 उधर गया, उसके बाद along with my expenses, मेरा expenses क्या है? So basic things are my expenses. Getting this? After that my next liability is to pay the housing loan of 20,000 rupees. Getting this? And along with this I should have to have some luxurious things. So accordingly, if my expenses are more, so with that proportion I have to earn more. Na? Getting this? So I have to do extra work, I have to do overtime, I have to do some side businesses, or I have to borrow the funds from other sources. एक तो मैं क्या करूंगा, मेरा जो एक्सपेंसेस है वो एक्सपेंसेस करने के लिए मुझे इनकम चाहिए। तो इनकम के लिए मैं क्या कर सकता? आई कैन वर्क ओवर टाइम अपार्ट फ्रॉम माय रेगुलर अपार्ट फ्रॉम माय रेगुलर schedule. I can work overtime, I can work extra, then I can find some other businesses to generate the revenue. So accordingly he can satisfy his needs. ठीक है। तो इकोनॉमिक्स में क्या है, इकोनॉमिक्स में का पर्सन का एम्प्लॉयमेंट स्टेटस क्या है, उसका स्पेंडिंग पैटर्न क्या है, उसके इन्वेस्टमेंट पैटर्न क्या है, गेटिंग दिस, एंड spending pattern, saving pattern, investment pattern, and expenses. What type of expenses are there? So this is all about economics. तो एक इंडिविजुअल का ये इतने सारे चीजों का जिसमें स्टडी होता है उसको बोलते हैं इकोनॉमिक्स। गेटिंग दिस? So it is the study of human behavior or study of people's mind, study of individual's mind or study of people's mind about economic activities. That is something about economics. Getting this? So in last lecture we have studied about the basic definitions of economics given by the Adam Smith, then Alfred Marshall. That this definition also we have seen in the last lecture. Then just we had started about the managerial economics. In the last lecture we have seen that there are two words. One is the management and one is the economics. So economics means what? It is the kind of social science. It is kind of social science, or it is also called as a science also. Okay. So this is the entity, or this is the activity where economic behavior or the human behavior is going to be studied about the investment pattern, about the spending pattern, about the saving pattern, and about expenses. About the expenses, yes. So in managerial economics, what we have to study here in managerial economics, there are two words. One is the managerial, second is the economics. Okay. So here we have to utilize these economic principles and tools and techniques in our businesses. Getting this? So this nowadays, due to business complexities, due to new challenges in the business, due to entry of foreign players into across the countries, and due to having a various kind of level of businesses like multinational organization, international organization, then domestic organization, private firm, joint venture. Getting this? So business complexities are increasing day by day. Business environment is changing day by day. Getting this? So during this very volatile situation, during this very volatile environment, you have to take the decision immediately. As a manager, I have to take decision immediately. Getting this? So to take a proper decision, to take a right decision, I can have certain kind of base. I can have certain kind of foundation. Okay. And to take these decisions, I have to use some of the tools and techniques of economics. I have to just refer the principles of economics. I have to refer some of the techniques, decision making techniques, which are given into economics. Getting this? That's why this is the one of the important subject which is utilized in the business to survive in the complex world. Okay. Now here managerial economics is also called as the economics of management. Okay. We know that what is meant by management. We know that we have just studied about the economics. Economics kya hai? Study of human behavior. Economics is the social science. Economics is also art. Getting this? So in economics, various kinds of pricing related, inventory related, then pricing, inventory, demand, supply related tools and techniques are there, or principles are there. So as a manager, I need to study, I must know this kind of tools and techniques. I must know what is meant by supply, what is meant by elasticity, what is meant by demand, what is meant by price, what is meant by monopoly, what is meant by oligopoly. So these kind of economic terms I should know. If I don't know this kind of economics terms, that time I should not take decision, proper decision. If my decision will be wrong, then my organization will suffer the loss. If my decision is correct, then my organization can earn more profit. Getting this? So here, managerial economics is the economics, or it is the subject where manager is going to study, where the manager is going to study the principles of economics, tools and techniques of economics. Getting this? So just look towards the definition. This is the applications of economic theory. Applications yani utilization in practical things. What we are going to do in managerial economics, we are we are not studying the theories. Whatever theory we have learned in the economics, we are going to apply on our businesses. Understanding? So that's why it is called as the applications of economic theory. So it may be demand theory, supply theory, then various theories are there in economics. So what the theories which we have learned, so we are going to utilize in actual. Getting this? And methodologies to business administration based practices. So to manage my business, to make the administration of proper administration of my business, I must know the principles and practices and principles and tools of the economics. The area where the applications of economics are implemented, that area is called as a managerial economy. Okay, so we know that the management means what? Management means what? Getting things done with the help of others. And to manage the businesses, we have to manage our resources. Managing the business यानी क्या है? We have to manage our resources. So for example, let us say we have limited resources. Getting this? लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेस मीन्स व्हाट? मेरे पास वाटर का जो स्टॉक रहेगा वो लिमिटेड है, मेरे पास इन्वेंट्री का स्टॉक लिमिटेड है, मेरे पास लेबर लिमिटेड है, मेरे पास मशीनरीज लिमिटेड है. गेटिंग दिस? सो वी हैव इकोनॉमिक्स हमको क्या सिखाता है? इकोनॉमिक्स हमको ये सिखाता है कि व्हाट एवर आर यूर स्केर रिसोर्सेस, स्केर यानी लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेस. वी हैव लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेस ऑफ ह्यूमन being, we have limited resources of inventories, we have limited resources of capital, we have limited resources of tools and techniques, production systems. Getting this? So how we are going to utilize these resources in productive manner, that is something about managerial economics. Getting this? तो मैनेजरल इकोनॉमिक्स में हम लोगों को क्या करना है? जो कुछ मेरे एज अ मैनेजर अगर रहेगा तो उसको कुछ लिमिटेड, कुछ उसको कुछ लिमिटेड नंबर ऑफ फंड्स दिया जाएंगे. गेटिंग दिस? सो विद दैट लिमिटेड अमाउंट ऑफ फंड्स ही हैज टू डू द बिजनेस. गेटिंग दिस? सो he has to utilize this kind of labor resources, human resources, inventory resources in a such a way that there should be no excess, there should be no shortage, and there should be no idle resources in the business. If the resources are idle in the organization, it increases liability of your business. So whatever resources we have employed, so these resources are not free of cost to you. Getting this? So these resources, for acquiring this kind of resources, either you have paid money or you have borrowed. You have paid money or you have borrowed this kind of resources. So it is a manager's responsibility to utilize these resources in such a way these resources should increase your operational efficiency. These resources should increase your productivity. These resources should increase your profit. These resources should increase your turnover. Getting this? To utilize these resources in productive manner, here I need to take the help of economics. Getting this? I should know the market demand. I should know my demand. I should know my um, pricing strategy. I should know the capital structure. I should know the technology. So many things I need to study in managerial economics. So this is about the definition of managerial economics. Managerial economics means it is nothing but applications of economic theories and methodologies in the business practices. That is something about managerial economics. So managerial economics actually करता है क्या? So managerial economics, what economics does, it bridges the gap between traditional economics and real business practices. हमारा ट्रेडिशनल इकोनॉमिक्स और रियल बिजनेस प्रैक्टिसेस में जो गैप रहते हैं, जो लैक्यूनास रहते हैं, we are going to overcome these lock-in lacunas or shortcomings by using this managerial economics. Okay, and this managerial economics provides the adequate solution for the economic problems of the businesses. ठीक है, so this is something about introduction of managerial economics. Then next, in managerial economics में हम लोग क्या करते हैं, we managerial economics provides tools and techniques which are useful to the manager to take real life and practical decisions. प्रैक्टिकल डिसीजंस लेने के लिए जो कुछ टूल्स एंड टेक्निक्स की मुझे जरूरी है, जो कुछ नॉलेज चाहिए, वो नॉलेज कौन देता है? मैनेजरियल इकोनॉमिक्स देता है. एंड it shows the interaction between various areas in which firms operates. Managerial economics में I'm not only limited, my knowledge should be not limited to only capital. My knowledge should not be only limited to inventory. I should have enough knowledge about capital. I should know the up-to-date knowledge about uh, my inventories. I should know the up-to-date knowledge about my pricing strategies, cost of production, discounts, and so many things. Getting this? So it is an integration of economic theories with business practices. Due to business practices means it is your day-to-day activities. Getting this? When the problem arises, you should able to solve this problem as a manager. When the business when the problem arises, it may be internal problem or it may be external problem. Internal problem means what? For example, production का problem आ गया. Internal problem, for example, supplier ने कुछ problem किया. Internal problem, for example, लेबर टाइम पे नहीं आया. इंटरनल प्रॉब्लम, फॉर एग्जांपल, इंस्पेक्शन में कुछ गड़बड़ होगी, एडवर्टीजमेंट में कुछ गड़बड़ होगी. गेटिंग दिस? या रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट में कुछ गड़बड़ हुई. दैट इज समथिंग अबाउट इंटरनल प्रॉब्लम. एक्सटर्नल प्रॉब्लम यानी कल मार्केट ही बंद है, my product is ready to sell into the market, but market is closed down due to this pandemic. So what to do? We must have to understand and we must have to take the decision. Getting this? So you need to study the internal problems of the business as well as external problems of the business. Managerial economics मुझे क्या पढ़ाता है? How to study, how to analyze the internal environment of the business as well as external environment of the country or business. ठीक है? So external environment में क्या है? So political environment, technological environment of the country, as well as political environment, then economic environment, then financial environment. So these kind of things we have to study in managerial economy. Okay, because being a representative or being a head of a particular firm, you should know thoroughly your internal environment as well as external environment. Because by knowing the enough knowledge or sufficient knowledge of internal environment of your business as well as external environment of your business, you should take the proper decision. Getting this? So if you try to study and then if you are taking the decision, that time, up to that time, your organization will suffer the loss. So immediately you should able to take the decision. That's why you must know the economic theories, economic principles, tools and techniques related to demand, related to supply, related to production efficiency, related to inventory control techniques, related to budgets. So many things you need to learn. Okay. So managerial economics क्या करता है? Managerial economics is designated to provide rigorous treatment. Rigorous यानी at actual and proper treatment for those aspects of economic theories and analysis that the most useful for managerial decision making. तो managerial economics क्या देता है कि regular यानी suitable or proper solution to the problem. Getting this? So to find managerial economics helps to the manager to find or to get the proper or suitable solution to the immediate problem. इसलिए managerial economics की जरूरी है. Okay. Now, nature of managerial economics. Let us see the nature of managerial economics. Managerial economics में क्या है? First is it is the systematic study of economic concept. कौन से concepts है? डिमांड किसको बोलते हैं, सप्लाई किसको बोलते हैं, स्पेंडिंग किसको बोलते हैं, सेविंग किसको बोलते हैं, इन्वेस्टमेंट किसको बोलते हैं, इकोनॉमी किसको बोलते हैं, कैपिटलिस्टिक इकोनॉमी किसको बोलते हैं. गेटिंग दिस. So all related to economic principles or economic concepts here managerial economics will give you. Then principles, various principles are there which through managerial economics we are going to study. Then various methodologies, price fixing methodologies, inventory control methodologies, then budgets. So then various types of tools like marginal costing, then standard costing. Getting this? So various tools and techniques, economic concepts, principles, we are going to study through this managerial economics because these are very much necessary to take the decision. Getting this? Now, next one is in managerial economics, it is the study of how these are used or utilized in or applied in the best possible manner for finding the solution. So whatever economics theories, principles, concepts or methods, how they are going to be utilized to solve the business problem, to find out the solution to the business, that we have to study in managerial economics. Okay. Now, sometimes it is also called as a science because they are going to give some of the principles, some of the tools which are already proven somewhere else, and its result is very up to date or it's accurate. That's why we are going to utilize this. Okay. It is the science because it is the knowledge acquiring discipline. हम लोग managerial economics, so we are getting the knowledge where it is also called as a art as well. It is the science as well as art because it is the technique. It is your manager's skill how to utilize into your business. इकोनॉमिक थ्योरी, इकोनॉमिक प्रिंसिपल्स, टूल्स, टेक्निक सब कुछ है, दिया है मुझे, लेकिन आई शुड also able to implement this in my business with respect to my business. Getting this? That's why it is also science because it is having proven tools and techniques, but it is up to me how I am going to utilizing into my business. So it is my skill, it is manager's skill about the utilization of these things. Okay. So managerial economics will give you best alternative among the various alternatives. For example, we have four alternatives. For example, if I want to raise the capital, okay, abhi, for example, as a manager, I have to take the loan or I have to raise the capital. At that time, by using various techniques, so I would have a first alternative is to raise from equity, to raise from debentures, to raise this from by taking the long term loan, or to raise this amount from taking the short term. So these are the various alternatives with respect to my problem. मेरा problem क्या है? मुझे पैसा चाहिए या I have need of money. This is my problem. As a manager, I have identified my problem. Getting this? Now, first, once I have understood my problem, then I have to find the various alternatives which are available into the market, internal alternatives and external alternatives. Getting this? If I would have a reserve and surplus fund, then I can immediate utilize these funds to solve the problem. If I don't have reserve and surplus funds with my organization, then I have to find external alternatives. External क्या है? मैं equity shares issue कर सकता, मैं preference shares issue कर सकता, या मैं किसी कंपनी के डिबेंचर्स इश्यू कर सकता, या मैं लॉन्ग टर्म लोन बैंक से ले सकता. Getting this? So these are the alternatives. Now, as a manager, I have to evaluate each and every alternatives. Getting this? Evaluation of alternatives means what? Finding the feasibility of these alternatives with respect to my business. Okay. So if I raise the funds from equities, that time I have to raise these funds for 10 years or 20 years. Where the cost of this investment is equal to your rate of dividend. It may be 20%. So this is the some of the characteristics of that investment. Second, I have preferences. Again, there are some, again you have to pay some of the cost of that preference, that is again in the form of dividend. So where you have to pay 20% of dividend. Next alternative क्या है? You can issue the debentures. So debentures is your external source of finance, where again you have to pay interest rate of, for example, let us say 10%. And last one is you can take the loan from the banks, where rate of interest is again 10%. So for equity को मुझे 20% देना है, प्रेफरेंस को 20% देना है, अगर मैंने डिबेंचर्स इशू किए तो वहां पे मुझे 10% देना है, एंड फॉर 8% देना है लेटेस्ट से, एंड लोन लिया तो 12-14% देना है. So these are the various alternatives. As a manager, I have to evaluate first all the alternatives and I have to find the best one. ये best one कैसा आएगा? To acquire this best one, to select best one, first you should have number of alternatives. Then and then you can find the best possible solution. Okay. To evaluate this kind of alternatives and to find out the best possible alternatives, here you can take the help of economics. Getting this? So managerial economics is called as the youngest of all social science. ये latest economics है, latest tool है, ये latest subject है. Okay. Now, managerial economics is also normative science. It suggests the best course of action after comparing pros and cons of various available alternatives of the firms. ठीक है, अभी जैसे मैंने बताया कि इक्विटी प्रेफरेंस या डिबेंचर्स और लोन, उसको कुछ एडवांटेजेस भी है और डिसएडवांटेजेस भी, हर एक को. ठीक है, उसमें कुछ लैक्यूनस भी हो सकते हैं. ठीक है, by studying, by making the clear or careful understanding of each and every alternative, I have to decide that which alternative is best for my firm, and I have to adopt this alternative. Okay. So while adopting this kind of alternatives, first you have to scan the market, internal environment as well as external environment, and accordingly you have to understand the advantages and advantages of each and every alternatives, and then you can take the proper decision. So while taking this kind of proper decision or best possible solution to your immediate problem, here you need to take the managerial economics will help you. No, it also helps in the formulating the business policies. Business policy यानी discount, price policies, discount policies, then your production policies, whether my production is in one shift, general shift, second shift, third shift, or accordingly, seasonal production or regular production. Getting this? So to decide this kind of production policies, inventory policies, HR policies, pricing policies, advertisement policies, where managerial economics will help out you. Okay, so managerial economics will tell you which is good and which is bad, and by applying these tools and techniques, you have to take the proper decision. Okay. Now, so just we have studied about the economics. We have just studied about the importance of managerial economics and nature of managerial economics. अभी देखिए यहाँ पे, जैसे कि मैंने बताया कि एज अ मैनेजर आई नीड टू हैव clear understanding about my internal process of the business, and along with these internal processes I need to know external environment of the country or external environment of the states. अभी managerial economics is classified into two categories. One is the microeconomics and second is the macroeconomics. Okay. Now see, what is mean by microeconomics, what is mean by macroeconomics, we have to study over here. Okay, just look at this slide, just try to read this, then I will explain you. Okay. So see, what is microeconomics and macroeconomics? So we have just studied the economics, then we have studied about the managerial economics, and now we have to study microeconomics and macroeconomics. Okay, just see here, microeconomics है क्या and macroeconomics है क्या? For example, if I am a manager of, or if I am a head of my one unit, if I am a responsible person of my business, at that time, whatever is the internal environment of your business, whatever are the internal issues of your business, that is something about microeconomics. Macroeconomics means the external environment of your country, your business. Okay. So that is something about macroeconomics. So just let us study here microeconomics. It is the study of an individual, consumer or a firm is called as a microeconomics. Study of individual, एक आदमी का study या एक firm का अगर study रहेगा, that comes under microeconomics. As economics, you are going to study one individual, one business or one firm. That is called as a microeconomics. Okay. So microeconomics deals with the behavior and problems of a single individual or microorganism. You are not going to study entire, you are not going to study economics of country, you are not going to study economics of the states. In microeconomics, what you are doing, what you are studying, you are studying as an individual or you are studying the firm or any organization. So everything regarding to that firm, that comes under microeconomics. Economic activity of that firm. For example, capital of that firm, resources of that firm, employees of that firms, then inventory of that firms, then production capacity of that firms, then pricing strategies of that firm, then demand and supply pattern of that firm, then HR policies of that firm, that comes under microeconomics. Getting this? If you're studying multiple businesses at a time, that goes to the macroeconomics. If you're studying the economy of India, that is not microeconomics, that is called as a macroeconomics. If you are studying the economy of Maharashtra, that is again called as a macroeconomics. If you are studying economy of Pune city, that is again macroeconomics. If you are studying the economy, if you are studying Bajaj Auto, Tata Motors, Mahindra and Mahindra, Bank of India, that is called as a microeconomics. Getting this? So this is the difference. Okay. So behavioral economics has its roots in the microeconomics and deals with the micro and individual enterprises. इसमें क्या है? Minute level or in a small level, whatever study you are doing, that is called as a microeconomics. Okay. For example, it is concerned with the applications of the concepts such as the pricing theories, laws of demand, and theories of a market structure. तो माइक्रोइकोनॉमिक्स में प्राइस रिलेटेड थेरीज, डिमांड रिलेटेड थेरीज या लॉस एंड स्टडीज ऑफ योर मार्केट, that comes under microeconomics. Okay. Now microeconomics is called as a operational issues, where you are applied to operational issues. Operational issues यानी डे टू डे एक्टिविटी, डे टू डे प्रॉब्लम्स का जिसमें स्टडी होता है किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, किसी भी इंडिविजुअल, that is called as a operational issues, that comes under microeconomic. Microeconomic theory of one individual, microeconomy of one firm, microeconomics of one organization, public limited company, private limited company, or small. Here you are going to focus on internal and external environment of one organization or one individual, that is microeconomics. Yes, sir, you are studying thoroughly only one organization at a time, that is called as a microeconomics. Then operational problems are internal in nature, where in microeconomics you are studying the operational problem, or it is called as a day-to-day related problem. Operational problem means what? Operations कंटिन्यू करते समय जो कुछ रिलेट डे टू डे एक्टिविटीज में जो प्रॉब्लम्स आएंगे, दैट इज समथिंग अबाउट ऑपरेशनल प्रॉब्लम. प्रॉब्लम में भी रिलेटेड टू सप्लायर. सप्लायर ने कल बोला था आज मटेरियल भेज दूंगा, बट ड्यू टू सम लॉकडाउन और ड्यू टू सम प्रॉब्लम, supplier is not reaching towards, supplier is not sending me material on time. This is the operational problem. If this one supplier is not providing the material on time, so you can't stop your production system ना. Getting this? तो आपके लिए दूसरा अल्टरनेटिव क्या है? If supplier X is not providing, if there is the strike in Nagpur, if there is the strike in Nagpur, so supplier from Nagpur is unable to send the material in Pune. That time I would have second alternative supplier from, for example, Nashik, from Bombay, from Mumbai, from Tamil Nadu, from Gujarat. So I should be ready with another alternative, because this is the operational issue. Operational issue से क्या होता है? You have to stop your operations, you have to stop your production system, and this is not going to be benefited to you. If you stop your production system, means what will be happening? Your resources will be idle. अगर सप्लायर ने टाइम पे मटेरियल नहीं दिया तो क्या हो जाएगा? मेरा मशीनरी बंद हो जाएगा. मशीनरी बंद होने से क्या हो जाएगा? मेरे एम्प्लॉय, मेरे लेबर्स वहां पे है, लेकिन उनको काम नहीं है, लेकिन उनको पगार तो देनी है, मुझे उसको सैलरी तो देनी है. गेटिंग दिस? अगर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग नहीं हुआ तो क्या हो जाएगा? इंस्पेक्शन नहीं होगा. इंस्पेक्शन नहीं होगा तो नहीं होगा? मटेरियल विल बी नॉट रेडी टू सेल इनटू द मार्केट. क्या हो जाएगा? If material is not ready to sell into the market, at that time what is going to happen? There will be the shortage into your supply. अगर supply में shortage हो गया तो you will have to lose your customers, because your customer is not going to wait for you ना. जैसे कि नागपुर ने जब नागपुर वाला सप्लायर ने मुझे मटेरियल नहीं दिया, तो इसका मतलब मैंने मेरा कंपनी बंद नहीं रखा है ना. मैंने क्या किया? I approached to the supplier from Nashik, I approached to the supplier from Gujarat, but I have to start or I have to continue my operation. Getting this? तो माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स में किसका स्टडी करना है? सो इन माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स यू हैव टू स्टडी इंटरनल प्रोसेसेस ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. Getting this? And accordingly you need to find out the best possible alternatives for the organization. If anything wrong happens with that particular operations, I should be able to find out, I should be able to raise, or I should be able to scan another alternative which is best to the firm. Okay. And micro operational issues में क्या होता है? Majority of things are within my control. As a manager मुझे पता है कि अगर supplier X ने material नहीं दिया तो मैं supplier Y से ले सकता है. If supplier X is raising the price, तो मैं क्या करूंगा? टाटा बाय बाय, I will purchase material from Y because he is giving me at minimum price. Getting this? Means what? In microeconomics, most of the times situation is under my control. Understanding? In microeconomics में क्या होता है? Majority of times situation is under your control. I can manage the situation. जो चीजें मैं मैनेज कर सकता हूँ, that is called as the operational issues. Okay, to certain extent I can, the situation operational issues or the things will be delayed, but you can find the solution. तो ये solution निकालने के लिए माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स मुझे मदद करती है. तो कब मदद करेगी? If I know each and every understanding about my issues, about my functions, about my activities. अगर मुझे thoroughly सब activities, सब functions मेरे business के पता है, तभी जाके मैं उसका solution निकाल सकता हूँ. Okay. So operational problems are internal in nature. Day to day activity में अगर for example one labor has not come today, तो इसका मतलब वो मशीनरी बंद रखना है क्या? नहीं है ना. I should have to find another alternative. Getting this? तो मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ? So either I can shift that production to the next machinery, or I can arrange another labor who is an all-rounder, who can drive the machine. Getting this? So any kind of distractions, any kind of obstacles, if they are coming in your business, that time as a manager, you are capable enough to resolve this on the spot. And To find on the spot solution, immediate solution, microeconomics is going to be helpful to you. Okay, तो उसमें माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स में एज अ मैनेजर कौन से डिसीजंस लेना पड़ता है, फॉर एग्जांपल व्हाट टू प्रोड्यूस, क्या प्रोडक्शन करना, मार्केट में किसको डिमांड है, द सेम थिंग आई एम गोइंग टू प्रोड्यूस, आई एम गोइंग टू मैन्युफैक्चर। सो चॉइस ऑफ द बिजनेस और द नेचर ऑफ प्रोडक्ट, कौन से सेक्टर में मुझे जाना है और क्या प्रोडक्शन करना है, इट इज इन माय getting this. Then how much to be produced, whether I should produce 20 units, 10 units, 100 units, 1000 units. So accordingly I can expand my production, I can make the expansion of my production capacity. Expansion of production capacity means what, it is arrangement of your resources, getting this, land, labor, money, capital, जो कुछ inventory सब कुछ मुझे arrange करना पड़ेगा, then and then you can expand your activities, getting this. Then choosing the right factor of combination means what type of technology is required to manufacture this product. Again, it is in my hand. I can scan the market, I can find out the various technologies, whether it is the new technology लेना है, CNC machine लेना है, manual machine लेना है, तो that कौन सी कंपनी का कौन सा टेक्नोलॉजी लेना है, it is again in my hand. Then once I have manufactured the product, that time what is the actual cost of production, what should be my profit margin, and how can I decide the final price of product, that is also my decision, getting this. So this is something about operational issues. Then to sell the product into the market, what are the alternative, what are the channels are there, whether you are going to do the direct marketing or you can recruit the distributors, wholesalers or retailers, how you are going to reach to the market. Okay, so according to sales promotion activities also part of microeconomics. Pricing, deciding the pricing or pricing strategy is also part of microeconomics. Adoption of technology is the part of microeconomics. How much quantities is to be produced, it is also part of microeconomics. What type of product, what type of variety of product you are going to produce, that is also part of microeconomics. Then how can we make my price as a competitor by competition? So what should be the final price of my product? Should we provide some of the incentives, discounts or any kinds of schemes or not? Okay, to do this kind of activity, again I have to study about my competitors price. रेगुलर सेम सिमिलर क्वालिटी का, सिमिलर फीचर्स का प्रोडक्ट मार्केट में कितने को मिलता है और मैं मेरा प्रोडक्ट कितने में बेचता हूँ. To acquire demand, to acquire some of the sales, again I have to do certain things related to pricing strategies. Again, designing the pricing strategies is in whose hand it is there, it is in again your hand, getting this. Then how to decide the new investment, if there is the sum of the earnings, if your turnover is good, if your profit margin ratio is good, then you can find another option of investment. Okay, whether you wanted to expand your expand your production system, whether you wanted to acquire some of the technology, whether you wanted to give the trainings to the employee, or whether you wanted to keep this amount into reserve and surplus, this is your own decision. There is no need to ask to somebody else, getting this, because this is a micro operational activity, okay, which are the day-to-day organization solutions. So manager has to take the decision. If you are taking these kind of decisions, it comes under your microeconomics. Then how to manage your profit and capital. Capital कितना रखना है, profit proportion कितना रखना है, reserve and surplus में कितना रखना है, डिविडेंड के फॉर्म में कितना देना है, इनकम टैक्स के फॉर्म में कितना पेमेंट करना है, कैपिटल कितना रेज करना है, कौन से सोर्सेज से रेज करना है, शॉर्ट टर्म कैपिटल कितना लेना है, लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल कितना लेना है, इक्विटी से कितना लेने हैं, प्रेफरेंस से कितने लेने हैं, डिबेंचर्स कितने इशू करने हैं, लोन कितने का लेना है, दैट इज द up to you as a manager. And how to manage my inventory, getting this. तो एक बार कितना बल्क में प्रोड्यूस इन्वेंट्री परचेस करना है, कितने का ऑर्डर, एक ऑर्डर है तो कितने क्वांटिटीज का देना, गेटिंग दिस. So what are the cycle times of your inventories? How many times you are purchasing the inventories? Because at the time of purchasing the inventory, there is the inventory carrying cost. So what is the inventory carrying cost of one order? What is the inventory carrying cost of placing 2 orders, 3 orders, 4 orders, 5 orders in a month, in the week, or in the year? So accordingly, you can manage your inventories. You can manage your inventory cycle. So all type of decisions comes under microeconomics. Okay, student, please tell me if you have any problem related to microeconomics. If you don't have problem, let us go ahead. If you have problem, we will discuss. चलो बोलो मुझे जल्दी. Are you listening me ना?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any problems, any issues, any doubt? Microeconomics, economics, managerial economics till that time? Just reply me fast, yes or no.
No, sir.
Okay, so let us go for macroeconomics. Okay, so we have just studied 1 minute. So we have just studied about the microeconomics. Microeconomics means what? It is the internal environment of your business, and these type of issues, these type of challenges are under your control. You have operational control on these things. That is something about microeconomics. अभी macroeconomics क्या है? It is not under your control. First मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ कि जो इकोनॉमिक्स, जो challenges, जो issues आपके कंट्रोल में नहीं है, उसको क्या बोलते हैं? मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स. मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स में आपके कंट्रोल में थे, मैक्रो में आपके कंट्रोल में नहीं. दिस इज द स्टडी ऑफ एग्रीगेट और टोटल लेवल ऑफ इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी इन अ कंट्री. सारे देश की, सारे राज्य की, सारे सिटी का जो इकोनॉमिक्स चलता है, दैट इज मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स. ओके, so it studies the flow of economic resources like land, labor, capital, organization, technology, from resource owner to business firm, and from business firm to household. यानी रिसोर्स ओनर, सप्लायर से बिजनेसमैन, और बिजनेसमैन से कस्टमर, सप्लायर, होलसेलर, डीलर, रिटेलर, उसके बाद होलसेलर, डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर, रिटेलर तक. यानी रॉ मटेरियल से लेके कस्टमर तक जो स्टडी होता है, दैट कम्स अंडर मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स. माइक्रो में क्या देखा हम लोगों ने? सिर्फ मेरे कंपनी का देखा. यहाँ पे क्या है? एज अ बिजनेसमैन you have to depend on your suppliers, you have to depend on technology, you have to depend on some of the capital, you have to depend on some of the resources. So you have to study suppliers analysis, market analysis, technology का analysis करना है. Then you have to study about your customers, which is the market for me, what will be the demand. We have to study about wholesaler, retailer, distributor, and as a businessman I have to study about the input parameters as well as output parameters of my business, and that is something about macroeconomics. Okay, so it deals with the total national income, total employment, output, and total investment. ये aggregate जो जिसका study होता है, aggregate study होता है, that comes under. So here you are not limited to only specific firm or specific individual. It is the aggregate of economy of all industry. It is the aggregate economy of banking industry. It is the aggregate status of insurance industry. It is the aggregate status of one city. It is the aggregate status of one state. It is the aggregate status of one country, that is called as a macroeconomy. It deals in the price in general instead of studying the prices of individual commodity. जनरल में कितना प्राइस है, इन जनरल उसका प्राइसेस कितना है, and I can't have control on the in general price. For example, let us take an example of electricity which is provided by Mahavitaran. Getting this? So उसका in general price kitna hai. So if any private businessman wanted to enter into the business of electricity, for example Reliance or Tata, getting this, so they have to study first macroeconomics of the country. In general mein kitna prices hai, accordingly they have to set their price, getting this. So study of environment, external environment, study of political environment, study of external technological environment, study of external political environment or economic environment or financial environment, that comes under macro economics. Okay, now next one is, it is concerned with the level of employment in the economy, and it also discuss the consumption pattern, investment pattern, price level pattern, payment pattern, and theories of employment of across the globe, across the state or across the particular country. It also provides the necessary framework in terms of government policies for the firms, that is economic policies, budgets, or any kinds of subsidies, any kinds of grants given by the state government as well as central government in dealing with the analysis of the business conditions. So on the basis of this, you can take the decision of your business. Now next one is the macroeconomics में आता है क्या? Just go through this slide. This each and everything is the self-explanatory. It is applied into the business environment. Business environment is nothing but external environment of your country, external environment of your business. As well as here you are going to study the environmental issues of a business, environmental, social environment, political environment, technological environment, or economic environment, financial environment of country that are studied here. As well as here you are going to study the whether your economy is a capitalistic economy or socialistic economy. Capitalistic economy means what? Government means entire businesses are controlled by the government. For example USA में क्या है, सारे businesses कंट्री, सारे जो businesses होते हैं ना, उसमें मेजर और 100% इन्वेस्टमेंट इज बाय द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, उसको कैपिटलिस्टिक इकोनॉमी बोलते हैं. Socialistic means what? Government has promoted to the private businessman to start the some of the businesses. For example, Indian Railway, इन्वेस्टमेंट किसका है? इंडियन गवर्नमेंट का, ठीक है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर वही इंडियन रेलवे अगर मेरे गवर्नमेंट ने अंबानी जैसे बिजनेसमैन को चलाने के लिए दे दिया तो उसको बोलते हैं सोशलिस्टिक इकोनॉमी. So China is following socialistic economy, USA is following capitalistic economy, but as an Indian, we are following mixed economy. That is the mixed economic system. Yani we are to certain extent we are capitalistic and to certain extent we are socialist. Okay. तो इसमें हम लोग किसका स्टडी, लेट टेक ओनली 1 minute. तो इसमें हम लोग किसका स्टडी कर रहे हैं? वॉल्यूम, पोजीशन एंड डायरेक्शन ऑफ फॉरेन ट्रेड का मुझे स्टडी करना है. उसके बाद स्ट्रक्चर एंड ट्रेंड्स इनटू वर्किंग कैपिटल ऑफ फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन का स्टडी करनी है. उसके बाद फिस्कल पॉलिसीज, मॉनिटरिंग पॉलिसीज, एग्जिम पॉलिसीज, इंडस्ट्री पॉलिसीज ऑफ द कंट्री यू हैव टू स्टडी ओवर हियर. Political environment, social environment, you have to study here. Then state's attitude, country's attitude towards private sector, role, policy, and working of the public sector, and you have to study political stability. So this is something about macroeconomics. Macroeconomics, which is not under my control, it is the aggregate of all economic factors. Okay, so can we stop here? I think we have almost 8 o'clock. Can you stop here? So you should have another session. So tomorrow we will be having session at 7 o'clock. So remaining part of this we will study. Once again we will study macroeconomics in the next lecture. So thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.